This video covers how to Dockerize a static website. I have a static website in Git repository and I want to write a Dockerfile which installs Apache web server and which pulls the static website from Git repository and runs on top of the Apache server inside the container. Let's get started. For this we need to write a Dockerfile. So I created a separate folder. In that I created a file called as Dockerfile. So according to the convention, the file name should be Dockerfile where D is in uppercase. So every Docker image we build, that should basically extend from some other image. So in this example, I'm using Ubuntu and the version 16.04. So this is going to be our base image. Using this base image, we're going to build our own custom image. We also need to add some meta information sometimes because it gives more information about who has written this file, who is the maintainer, and so on. So label is a Docker instruction using which we can supply the meta information. We can put pretty much any meta information like this. Let's say I want to put maintainer here. So maintainer. I want to say Java Home Cloud is a maintainer. So likewise, we can add more labels. Let's say I want to put employee name who has written this file. This is employee name. So we can add more labels like this by using multiple label instructions. We also can put all these labels under one label instruction like this. So this is kind of a new line separator. So if you want to proceed your content in the new line, we need to put this slash backward slash, and you can add more labels into this single label here. So likewise, if you want to add one more information, and make sure you put the backward slash again, and let's say I want to say version of my image 1.0.0 for example. So likewise, we can add multiple labels by using one label instruction. I want to install Apache server. So before installing Apache server, let's run the update command. Then let's go and install the Apache server. So run is a Dockerfile instruction. We call run as a build time instruction. All run commands are executed when we build the image, and we do have something called as runtime instructions. Those instructions are executed when we run the container. So here I want to use apt-get update -y. So we are telling update the repository. So this is mandatory, otherwise installation of Apache can fail. Now we want to install Apache server. Again, for that we want to use run instruction. Let's use this apt-get install apache 2-y. So then we're going to get the website information from Git. So this is a website. So there is option saying download as a zip. I want to download this application as a zip. For downloading application as a zip, we also need to install wget command. For that, I want to install wget using run instruction again. So apt-get install wget-y. So once I get this code, that's going to be in the form of zip. If you want to unzip, we also need a utility called as unzip utility. Let's install that as well here by using one more run instruction. Let me copy paste it. So it's going to be unzip. Let's get the code from Git and let's keep that code inside a temporary location in the Docker image. So let's use the Dockerfile instruction work directory, using which we also can create directories inside the image. Plus we also can set our working directory. So what exactly happens in this case, right? If this directory doesn't exist, it creates that one. And it also sets our current working directory as stem. I mean, if I download any code, that directly gets into this work directory. So now I want to take code from my Git and I want to keep that code inside my Docker image in this file. So let's use run instruction and let's use the utility we installed in this image, which is wget. Let's pick up the GitHub link of our project, this one actually. Let's right click on this, copy the link address, paste it here. So this command downloads this zip file and keeps it under temporary directory. After this, let's unzip this file. Let's use run instruction for that. Unzip master.zip file, master.zip. Now we need to move this code into our Apache server. For Apache server, the deployment directory is this. So if you want to run any application on Apache server, we need to keep our application under this directory. We call this directory as a deployment directory there. So let's move our code from this temporary location to this Apache's deployment directory. Let's use run instruction. Let's say copy and see our current working directory is temp. We are currently running all the commands from this temp directory itself. So I can put a relative path to our zip file. Okay. So what exactly this unzip does is it unzips this master.zip with a name java home app master. So I have run this command before. I know that it's going to create a directory called as java home app master after we unzip it. So inside this folder we have all the code related to our website. Those files I want to move into this Apache deployment location. So let's take all the files under this directory and copy them to the deployment directory of Apache. Instead of copy, we also can say move better. This is a folder and subfiles. We need to put recursive copy. So this moves all our application file under this directory into this location now. The code is kept under Apache deployment directory. Now we need to expose the port number of Apache here. So we want to run this command at runtime. So command is runtime instruction. It's executed when we run Docker container from this image. So this command starts your Apache server. Done with writing Dockerfile. Let's go and build the image and let's run the container. Let's open the terminal. So I kept these files under the following location. Okay. So now I want to build an image based on the Dockerfile we have written. -T here stands for a tag. We can pretty much name and give a version for this image. So this is a kind of prefix and this is the name of the application and the tag of this particular build. We need to supply the Dockerfile location. So our Dockerfile is currently in this location. So this Docker build instruction picks the Dockerfile from current location and it creates a Docker image for us and it tags this image with this name. So for now, let me keep it as copy. Yeah, the Docker image successfully built. We can run the container using this image. The command is this: docker run -d, which is in the detached mode, -p, which is to map the port. So in the Docker image, we exposed 80 port. This is the port which should match the expose instruction here. And this one is going to be the port of a host. It can be anything there. Now let's give the Docker image ID here. So paste it, run the code. We see an issue. Looks like 80 port is already used on this machine. Let's use some other port here. Container successfully started. Let's go and verify the application from the web browser. So it should be localhost colon 8080. We need to put the IP address where the container is running. In our case, it's running on my local machine. And we need to put the port number mapped to the host. For host mapping, we gave 8080. We are successfully able to access the application from the Docker container. Thanks for watching this video. We'll see you in the next video.